Do 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 do. How do I turn this thing on? Turn on? Huh? I don't know. On. On? Nope. Push the button. No button. Battery's dead. Hasn't practiced well. Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. I'm playing with this little toy fire engine right now. Hope you're all doing well. Comes the cat, Bubbles. This is 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. I'm Greg Mester, Agile Coach and Scrum Master, here to talk with you about Agile and Scrum and how we can get everybody home. But we're home, so how we can do more efficient, and sometimes we get little visitors, and build more value to the customer, right? And so we can work more efficiently. Even when we're home, we want to work more efficiently and finish the day off with a good end, and have some fun along the way. We don't want to be working these 60-hour work weeks and stuff like that, and in general, right? So a couple things. One, sorry I'm late because it's like 7:09. But when the little guy comes in the bedroom at 2:00 in the morning, asks for water, wakes you up, it's kind of hard to get back to sleep. So I wasn't waking up at 5 because, like, oh my God, I gotta get up 2 hours and I can't go back to sleep. So of course I watched TikTok for an hour, put a TikTok video up there, and just getting ready for today. So a couple things I'll talk about. One about making things in small, and yesterday I talked about splitting stories, making them smaller, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit as far as Facebook and LinkedIn go and YouTube and what I've been seeing on the internet lately, and give you a prime example of thinking small and being able to rearrange priorities as you need to. And I also want to talk about fire drills. A little anecdote. I just talked about that. So I might do the fire drills first. And I got a couple books. I just want to share some books that came in that prep out for the next month, probably, of being quarantined or whatever it is. So, why the fire engine, right? Why the fire engine? And Greg, what you talking about Scrum? Why you got a toy fire engine truck? And then here, I wrote this little thing up. Fires. Oh my, fires. Practice minimizes good. Scrum and Agile helps minimize the fires, right? Why do I say that? So apparently, lately there's been a lot of little fires going on in the neighborhoods down here in South Philly. And my wife was telling me about it the other day. So apparently all these little fires are people who haven't cooked in the kitchen for a while. I guess they haven't cooked their own food. So now they get all these stove fires because they're not in good practice. And it reminded me of all the stuff that's been happening yesterday. And yesterday was the past couple of days, it's been bad. Everything's coming back to haunt somebody because they haven't been talking about it for a while, and some practices they do. But what really dawned on me, all these fires are coming up because of the coronavirus. If your company had good Agile practices, good Scrum practices, this would be a cakewalk. This would be nothing, right? Because you would have all the people in place. They are used to working each other, have done remote, know how each other works. They could just perform like, well, there would be a decrease, as we said. Don't be making these commitments for full up board because now we got kids and things like that around the house and things going on and can't go out, panic, whatever. So of course we're not going to be at full, but I'm like, these companies, if they were practicing good Scrum and good Agile practices in the heart of their business, it wouldn't be so bad, right? And so that's the fire drill. So right now, my organization I'm working with, they're going through fire drills right now. The reason why they're going through fire drills is they haven't been practicing Scrum and Agile in a good way. We've been trying to coach them, company-wide, enterprise-wide, but they still do practices that are like crazy. I wish I could really talk about it. Maybe when I'm off the contract, I'll tell you. I'll have plenty of stories to talk for years to come, based on what I'm doing now. But I don't really talk about companies I'm with and what they are, nor what they experience. And just kind of give anecdotes that I've seen. And trust me, it ain't just one company. They're all doing it. Everyone I've been to has these issues that come back and forth. So I bring up the issues that appear. So So that's the thing. If your company is practicing good Scrum and Agile, which we talk about every day, and then you wouldn't be having these problems. You wouldn't be putting out fires every day. And even as an old project manager, when people say, "Oh, we got to hurry up and find out how to spend. We got to need our budget," it happens every year. Why don't you have a list of priority items you want to pay for in the next budget cycle? Because if you manage your backlog, whether it be a waterfall or an agile, these are the list of things you really want to do. You think they don't have value. If you always had that available, then it wouldn't be a fire drill. It would be as simple as cut and paste, put in the document, ship to your customer, and then you get funded. And then you're the first one to get the money. That's how I always get the money, by the way. I always had a list. I always had a list. Every year for my 30 years, I've always had a list of things that if there's ever money that we want to do, this is what I would want to do. Boom, 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 boom. And that's why I kicked everybody's butt when it came to funding. Anyway, that's a side story. So where we're getting at here. So one, if you're practicing good and agile and listen to the show, you won't have the fire drills. There'll be smaller little fires that you can put out with a fire extinguisher, right? Which it's funny, I said the fire extinguisher. I got a book, so we'll talk about that. It all links in today. So the other thing. So what I usually do with this show is I do live YouTube, right? So I'm on live YouTube when I'm done the show, and it takes me less than 30 minutes to get all this done. Really about 15 minutes. Yeah, it really does take me. So 15 minutes of recording and then 15 minutes of putting it. So it's like a half hour period. Small time block, right? I'm trying to keep everything small. Everybody wonders why it's not so fancy because I only have a half hour. So lately, I don't know if it's YouTube, the internet, everybody on there. When I try to post this stuff and post it, links and everything on LinkedIn and Facebook, and they've been always been active. Facebook always been pretty good. LinkedIn always been touchy. It usually takes a while. It doesn't take long. I put the link up, renders the image, everything, boom, 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 everything's good. Well, lately, for some reason, it's not rendering in LinkedIn. Don't know why. Have no control over it. I mean, these are big free conglomerate stuff. What am I going to do? I can't complain about it because I don't, it's free, right? Um, so it's not working. So what do? I do this, get the material ready, post up stuff for YouTube. I do the podcast thing, so that goes out because they're not having an issue because it's more data and a couple images, no problem. But Facebook and LinkedIn are. So thinking small, like we talked about the other day, and making small and splitting stories up. After I do this, I do my 20 minutes on the bike. So this, by having small little stories, little compact time boxes, I can switch around stuff that I need to do. Before I would do all this stuff, get it done in a half hour, then go on the bike for 20 minutes, get ready, get the kids off to school, and then get ready for work myself. That's how I would do it. But now, since the LinkedIn thing's not there, but since I keep things small and I got little targets of what I want to do, so now I do YouTube, then I go bike for 20 minutes, then I come back, and then LinkedIn and Facebook stuff work pretty well. So this is the important part about keeping things small and compact and be able to move things around in priority. Because they are small, I can do that. When I see teams that don't do this and don't make things small enough, they can't jug around priorities when things come up. I see so many teams out there who build stuff, right, or do these grandiose plans that are huge, and they don't take the time to break it down a little bit when stuff doesn't work, like an environment goes down, somebody's off, we have a pandemic, whatever it is, they can't adapt to it because their darn stuff is too big. They can't take advantage of it. If they would break it down to smaller bits, they can release that product into production and get it out there, right? So that's one of the things that people are missing. So just like in real life, which I am applying my Scrum and Agile here, I keep everything down to a little half-hour increments so that when stuff comes up, and it always does, then I could switch things around and know, okay, that's fine. I could spend a half hour. My kid comes over, wants to do something. I say, okay, we got a half hour. I got a little block. Let's go do something. We'll play. We'll do some toys or something like that. And then I come back and do it. It all depends, right? I keep that flexibility in how I balance my day, whether I'm in the office or home, after work, doing my side gigs, whatever. I always think of everything in little half-hour increments. So that's one thing I want to talk about that. Think about it that way, right? Little half-hour blocks. What can you do? Even And then I even talk about reading. I mentioned that the other day. And it's funny. Talk about the fire extinguisher. Here's one of the books I got. Fixing Your Scrum, which I'm going to read. I was really looking forward to this one. So Ryan Ripley and Todd Miller put this one out, Fixing Your Scrum. So I got that. I've been hearing that on the podcast and stuff like that. So I'm going to read that later. I'm still reading 2 books, but this is one of the books that I got. So I'm really booked out, and I don't read very fast. I'm not a slow reader. Scrum. I got a Smart Travel Companion with Scrum. I can't wait to read this. I love little books, except the print's really small. And I got to think really good. I actually wanted to make a small book, so this is kind of interesting. This is something I wanted to do. Wasn't on Scrum, it was on something else, but it's good, handy. So I'm looking forward to Scrum, the Smart Travel Companion, because Gunther, he's supposed to be like the watch person for Scrum, So it'll be interesting. Got that one, and then I got this one, Scrum, the Scrum Fieldbook. A master class on accelerating performance, getting results, and defining the future by J.J. Sutherland. So I got 3 cool books. It's funny. Usually when I order stuff on Amazon, it tells you what's going on. You get it in a day or 2. Man, it took like a week. But you know what's better? It says, so usually you get it like a day or 2, but things are going on. Everything's going crazy. So I'm like, cool. I think when I ordered it, some of them said I wouldn't get it until May, but I got it now. It's April, right? I had to look for that email, but I think it said May or something, but it's April. So, you keep small, you keep on going, you may get it done early, right? So cool. I got books, got cat fur, cat fur everywhere, cat fur. Bubbles. I need to brush you. Anyway, have a happy day scrumming. I'm looking forward to reading some of these books. And it's funny how the fire thing came in, and I was looking at this book cover, got the fire extinguisher, right? So all those people that haven't been practicing cooking for themselves, they better get a fire extinguisher for their house so it doesn't burn down. And for all those companies who aren't practicing good Agile and Scrum practices, I bet you things are on fire right now, aren't they? Huh? Yeah. So I want to say, hey, it's Thursday. I got a class tonight too. I'm busy all over the place. I'm going to learn about virtual event planning. We'll see how it goes. I got some thoughts that I was thinking about. I got to get everything geared up because it's all virtual. It's a virtual of a virtual. Have a great day. Ring the bell if you're interested in getting updates when we post some stuff up. I'll post more stuff up as we go. Got, again, little small bits. But you have a great day and have some fun. All right? Take care. Enjoy the day. Bye. See ya.